few days ago, I made a video about how millennials and Gen Zers are no longer drinking alcohol, to the point where the alcohol industry has lost $830 billion. A lot of millennials and Gen Zers reached out to me and they asked me to check on the weed industry. And let me tell you, it was an eye-opener. Most of the engagement left me in stitches, but there were some of them that were thought-provoking, like the person on YouTube who told me that because they couldn't afford to go out to eat with their friends, they would just sit in a room and they'll pass the weed around while doing all the stuff and the games that they like to do. Because a lot of Gen Zers and millennials are still struggling financially. I was happy to find out in my research that a lot of millennials and Gen Zers are using weed as therapy as opposed to escapism. In other words, for them, weed is not about a substance of abuse, it's about a coping mechanism. If you decide that you want to take weed, you have to think about why you're doing it. Are you using it to escape reality, or are you using it as a coping mechanism to function in your reality? This distinction matters because therapy and abuse is a very fine line. If you decide to use marijuana, you should also know that marijuana, like every substance, has its pros and its cons. Some people will use marijuana and they'll be just fine, but if you are very young or if you have mental health issues like schizophrenia and some types of anxiety and depression, it may worsen those symptoms. It also has effects on your health. It can cause issues with your heart and your blood pressure. Bear in mind, if you're getting it off the streets, it could be laced with substances that are harmful, such as fentanyl and cocaine that you don't even know are in there. In my state of Ohio, marijuana is legal both therapeutically and recreationally. The best use scenario is to have a medical professional walk alongside with you so you can get more of the benefits than the risks. Thank you for sharing, thank you for educating, and I appreciate you for engaging.